Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and what I've got in front of you at the moment is a little GFS controller for the PUP that goes into my acoustic guitar. So what you're looking at is I've taken off the mounting brackets, right? Get those out of the way so I can get a measurement of the curvature of this thing, right? Along this edge here, this inside edge, because that's where it's going to need to be cut to. But you can see it's a little more complex than that because this thing's at an angle. See the sides here? They start out short here and get longer, wider at the top. So basically you got to cut one this wide across the top and find the complex curve of the guitar that this will fit upon. So when you put the mounting brackets back into position, right, they go right in these holes, you can pull it tight against the top of the guitar and seal this little gasket here, this little black gasket. Alright? Okay guys, what I do, I take a little device like this, and it's a little tool you can use to follow curvature on wood, right, to do wood cutting and shaping. And I'm going to get the basic shape of the PUP itself, sorry, the PUP controller itself, right? And now I've got to match up this curve that you see to the guitar itself. You got it? So let me just cut away and I'll show you the areas where I can actually cut this thing in at, because this curvature is a little bit is a little complex and it won't just fit anywhere on this guitar. Make sure that's all nice and straight. You see how it's following the curve, right? So I got to match that curve somewhere on the guitar, either the shoulder or the body, somewhere, right? Now somewhere on the body of this guitar I've got to find out where this curve matches up, right? So I'll take the body, and I'll try to hold it this hand, do it with this one, and I'll look and say, that's not quite right. That just about will do it here. This is getting a little better, guys, right? On the shoulder looks like it probably would be a pretty good fit on that shoulder line, or back here on the body of the guitar. Let's see. Yeah, here's one that fits really nice. Right there. See this? That should fit it pretty well right there. See that? Right there on the body. Not bad. So I'll cut me a little line in here with an X-Acto knife and take some tape, line it up, and measure it, and get a precise measurement with a caliper. Then get a center line, right? Center line of the thickness of this guitar, and then line that up, and then place the tape exactly where it needs to be so I can cut that part in. Now I'll start off by using a X-Acto knife like this, right? A little sharp edge. So I'll mark my edges with tape so it won't be erased or cut free or cut off with the edge of the knife, and score it a few times so I know where to use my saw. Right? Now this of course will not be the final cut on this guitar, even with the saw. I'll need to take a file and then shave it down and shape it and smooth out the cut once I finish cutting it in. Okay? So I've got my center line at 1.5 inches, and I'll then go in and get each side of the guitar set up. I've already put some score lines on here with my edge of my caliper, and that's going to center up the box itself. And I'll drop that in another 1/8 of an inch to make sure I've got that box trapped real well. It's going to be a real tight fit. Okay? And my next step is to mark this with tape, with just cellophane tape or just some type of masking tape, so I'll know where my lines are, and measure that up, make sure it's in square, using my caliper again by measuring its dimensions. And what I like to use is a flexible scale when I score this. Right now I'll have this in a vise out in the shop, but right now it's a little cold outside and I don't want to work in my shop. I've got a flexible scale out there that I'll use, and I'll actually tape this down and use that knife and go over and over and over those lines to where I finally have a nice deep cut into the wood itself. I can take my Dremel or my saw and continue the work then. All right. So the next step in this project will be to finish up marking up the spots to cut, taping it up with some masking tape, and I'll show you out in the shop later the actual cutting work done on it. Okay? Any questions, give me a holler. Dave in Texas. Bye.